Hello, welcome to Is It Possible to Grow Teeth, Gums, Filling Cavities? Oh my God, is it possible? This is an introduction to the Happy Mouth Generative Energetic Dentistry method, which I have been using and the worldwide coordinator for 10 years now. Actually, a bit longer than 10 years. And I have traveled the world up until COVID, as far away as St. Petersburg, Rio de Janeiro, Corsica, France, Czech Republic, Hungary, Tahiti, teaching the Happy Mouth class, teaching the method and using it on myself. So enough of that. Shauna Tikin is my name. That's not even important. What's important to you is if you're here because you've got tooth decay or cavities or stuff going on with your mouth, or if you're in pain, if you're afraid to go to the dentist, lots of people are afraid to go to the dentist. I was one of them for about 10 years. I'll tell you about that later, because of how much it's going to cost, how much it's going to hurt. Even the smell of going to the dentist starts fear. And for me, I was afraid to go because I was afraid to hear what they were going to find in my mouth. You may be here because you have young children or children of any age, and you're concerned that, boy, are they going to need braces? Are they going to need some kind of orthodontics? And all of that is very much covered in the Happy Mouth class, but I'm going to touch on it briefly, and you can quiz me about it later. And yeah. Let's start with the very basics. Gum disease. Now, the statistics are frightening. The statistics I have are from United States of America. I guess that they're pretty similar here in Australia, and perhaps in Europe, but let me give you the statistics first. The estimation is that at least 80% of adults in USA have some form of gum disease. What? I know. So even if in your country there is a greater standard of dental care and dental awareness and hygiene, and that number was only half that, 40%, that's extremely worrying. Why? Well, many people who have gum disease don't even realize they have it until signs and symptoms start to show, and that's when it's getting serious. If you have bacteria inflammation in your gums, it leads to bone loss in the jaw. So your teeth are no longer held firmly, they get wobbly, eventually tooth loss. And if that wasn't horrible enough, it is the bacteria in the gum disease is actually poisoning all of your body systems. Gum disease, the actual bacteria, has been linked to heart disease. I mean, they've found people who have heart attacks, heart problems. There's that little bacteria coming straight from the mouth. It's been linked to so many serious illnesses now, all from the mouth, which is why we say the mouth is the gateway to the health of the whole body. If you truly desire to live healthy, well, vital, energetic, and happy, as long as you possibly can, until an advanced age, then at some point, and hopefully sooner rather than later, you will start to look at the health of your mouth, your teeth, your gums, your jaw joint, even your tongue. So just like everyone who's got already stuff going on about this, this is energetic dentistry. Take a big breath and just relax a bit about it. Take another breath in and out. Before I hit you with some more statistics, right? Get this. This is new. I did some new research before this Zoom. I hadn't heard this information before. What we now know is, for example, if you're 70 years of age, so this year I will be 67, so that's not very far off for me, and you have at least 20 of your own natural teeth left, okay, most people have got 32 when they're young and healthy. If you've still got 20, you have got a much better, healthy life expectancy than someone who has lost more teeth than that. And that's kind of shocking as well. 20, I'm looking at my notes, 20 or more of your own teeth, you have a higher life expectancy. And I get it. Nobody wants to live to be 80, 90, or 100 if they're going to be increasingly feeble and old and not able to enjoy life. We're talking about being vital, healthy, flexible, with energy to do all the things you want to do, would love to do, for as long as you're happy to do them. Right? So, happy mouth. That gives you a big clue. Why is it called happy mouth? Well, the underlying energy of health in the body, you probably already know this, is how much happiness, joy, enthusiasm, harmony, abundance you have in your life. What I'm actually saying is many, many dental health problems are caused by anxiety, stress, worry, and unresolved, let's just call them unresolved emotional issues. If you're holding on to old angers, resentments, regrets, shame, all of those things, it impacts the health of your body, but in particular, it impacts the health of your mouth, teeth, and gums. Why is that? Well, the mouth is this incredibly rich area for, let's call it, collecting energy. We speak through the mouth. We either say words of love or words of criticism or screams of pain. It's our expressive focal point. We eat with the mouth, of course. It's how you stay alive on the planet, by taking in nutrition, using your teeth to chew it up, saliva in your mouth, your tongue. Digestion begins in the mouth. So if your teeth are not functioning well, your gums are not healthy, if you don't have the correct alkaline acid balance of your saliva, nutrition is not getting to your body as well as it should. And that's starting in the mouth. How we feel about what we're eating is very important. If we're thinking, I shouldn't be eating this, it's bad for me, or I don't like spinach, but I'm going to make myself eat it, how we feel about what we're eating, how we feel about what we're saying, what we're not saying, not able to say. Many, many energies here. So everyone take a deep breath. Perhaps you didn't think that it was going to be about that emotional stuff. So relax and expand. One of the ways that stress shows up in your mouth is grinding and clenching at night. And most people who clench and grind their teeth at night don't even know they're doing it. Clenching is a silent thing. You can be while you're sleeping. Grinding does make a noise, and you would think that the person sleeping next to you would hear the noise and nudge you and get you to wake up. But if they've been sleeping next to you for quite a long while, they're probably blocking out the noise. They're not letting you know. So clenching and grinding wears down the teeth, leads to more cavities or chipped or broken teeth. Most people don't realize that gum recession, where your gums are receding away from your teeth, is also coming from clenching and grinding. Who knew? We've all been told it's just age, right? which I'm trying to encapsulate a 3-day course in 30 minutes here, so bear with me. Which brings me to maybe the biggest thing here. Your body, my body, all our bodies have natural capacities to regenerate or heal and generate fresh all body parts, tissues, organs. We see this with our skin, which is constantly renewing itself, sloughing off dead cells, new skin. You see it with your hair. Bones. It's that old thing we've always been told. Every 7 years, you've got a completely new skeleton. All of the body was designed to regenerate and heal itself. There are systems within the body which should be doing that. And for most of us, these have come down to a low level. There are some amazing people who seem to be able to regenerate faster, heal better. Some people spontaneously do grow new teeth as required. So in Happy Mouth, we look at reactivating those systems that have gone to sleep, gone dormant, are no longer responding. For example, if a tooth chips, you get a chip in a tooth, there should be a system in the body which alerts the body, chip tooth, and the body starts to remineralize and rebuild that, or a hole in the tooth, or a worn down gum or bone. So the next thing, the aging thing, is why would the body be designed to keep on growing new teeth? Why wouldn't you just keep the ones you've got? Well, I can tell you that once your systems are activated and their head points, once those head points are activated, the teeth you have now will last you much longer, even if they've already got a filling or a crown, okay? Your gums will be plump and juicy, holding the teeth firmly. Your bones will be dense and strong. Your body will be remineralizing anywhere. But eventually, teeth will wear down. You'll probably get to be, I don't know, 70, 80. It's different for everyone, depending on your diet and the water you're drinking and a whole lot of factors. So most of us here have at least 3 sets of teeth that we could grow as required. They won't show up in an X-ray, so don't go looking. They're energetically possible and available to you. Why would the body be set up with all these extras and spares? Well, the body, your body, our bodies, not just me, I'm not just a unicorn, all of us, were designed to live a very long time in health and vitality. Maybe 150, 200 years, 300 years, 400 years, 500 years, maybe longer. In that case, you are going to need new teeth along the way. You might have an accident, tooth gets knocked out, it wears down, you might get a cavity. Something might go wrong. You need to grow a new tooth. Take a deep breath, everyone. But we've been told that's simply not possible. We've been told that as you get older, as time goes by, your teeth are going to deteriorate, maybe jumble, not be so beautiful as they were when you were young, not be so strong. Your gums are going to recede. This is what we are told. We accept that to be true. Your dentist will tell you that. So a lot of what we have to do in this Happy Mouth system is let go of or unlock or go beyond all of that conditioning about aging and what must happen to the body. How I came to Happy Mouth was I've had a lifelong interest, some people would say obsession, with how do you keep the body young? Why does it age? And when I began, I was a young woman. I was about 20, and now I'm 66. And I've explored all the obvious things: the diet, the exercise, the meditation, the natural foods, the herbal remedies, all of those things. Breath. And when I heard about Happy Mouth, I was having what for me were really scary problems with my teeth. I hadn't gone to the dentist for at least 10 years. I was in a lot of pain. I had impacted wisdom teeth, which means your wisdom teeth, for most people, there's not enough room for your wisdom teeth. Instead of being able to come up like that, they'd gone that way. And it was very painful every night. I know I'm stubborn, and I just kept thinking there must be another way except surgery. Eventually, I was able to go and find a wonderful, kind surgeon who was able to take those wisdom teeth out, and I healed very well. However, the way they'd grown had caused other problems in my mouth, and not going to the dentist for 10 years meant I had 6 cavities that needed filling. One tooth died as a result of the wisdom tooth poking into it. So long story short, about that time is when I found the Happy Mouth system. At that time, it was only in telecalls. Mum and I, my mum's on, Joan, listened to the telecalls. We ran the processes. We activated our systems. And here's a key for you. Find a dentist that you like. The mouth is a private, intimate area of the body. You don't want someone you don't like sticking their fingers in your private area. Even if you're going to be strong and go, it's okay, I'm at the dentist, I'm going to hold on really tight and it'll be over soon. Find a dentist you like, you trust, maybe ask around, ask some friends. I found a good dentist after having a rather horrible dentist. And I said to the new lovely dentist, I'm ready to get those 6 fillings that the last dentist told me I needed. I had cavities. I've seen the x-rays. I know that they need to be done. And she said, you don't have any cavities. And I said, I do, because I've seen the x-rays. She said, no. You have some areas in your mouth that we will watch, but there's no fillings needed to be done. And I was absolutely shocked, even though I'd done the Happy Mouth system 6 months before. You see, once the points are activated, you don't have to activate them again. That you're good to go. So my body had been able to remineralize those cavities, which is why I suddenly went, oh my God, Dr. Tom, we have to take this to the world. And we did. Our first class was Paris with 50 people. We've been in India. We've been around the world with Happy Mouth. Here's the thing I will say to you. It's a 3-part system. How am I going for time? Good. Happy Mouth is a 3-part system. You cannot activate your own points on your head. I'm really sorry. Somebody else has to do it for you. Activating those points that relate to bone, saliva, rebuilding teeth, lymphatic system, lots of physical activations for the body. Also, there are points that are more about the energetics of what's going on. So the big part of the Happy Mouth system that's very important is how well you are able to receive and embrace change. You get that? So it doesn't work the same for everybody, and there are no guarantees. If you have already been working with your personal growth and doing clearings or running body processes, then you will be familiar with this concept of what you can actually receive and expand into. So we do a lot of clearing of old stuff. I mentioned before how holding on to resentment or anger or rage or past bad experiences at the dentist, or even past life experiences of being wounded in the mouth. We spend a lot of time clearing them. But we also spend time awakening your body's, we call them the responder receptor responder systems. Receptor is where you receive the awareness. So your body receives the awareness that tooth number, whatever, at the back here is wearing down, receives the awareness and responds appropriately by remineralizing that tooth, for example. So we have those activation points called receptor responders. Now, something interesting happens. When you activate that system, your receiving of awareness will expand. You will get more awareness of everything, and that can be uncomfortable. Some people might say they feel things more, but it's really that you're able to open up, expand your energy, and receive more. Some people call it, oh, I became more psychic. Well, that's a way of putting it, more awareness. People who are able to be more open and receiving and in more allowance also allow more of the good stuff in, the abundance, the peace, the happiness, the joy. Much of what goes on in our mouths is a result of our upbringing, the people we grew up around, their belief systems, their points of view, their anger or not, how much receiving there was in your family group, in your school, in your work. So it can be a very intense, I don't want to say spiritual, but spiritual experience for many people. Happy mouth, remember. And we are, well, this is my personal opinion, at a point on earth right now where the individual has to choose happiness, peace, harmony, joy in order for things to change. If you want to see peace in the world, it's that old thing. You have to find peace within you. Part of that is gratitude, of course. Now, if you're looking to change what's going on with your teeth, mouth, and gums, I suggest that you get out a pen and paper and write down the things you would like to change, but not in, I hate my teeth. I hate this tooth here. Make a promise to yourself that you will not judge your teeth ever again. Instead, you will practice gratitude for your amazing body for doing the very best it can, always. That you will have gratitude for each and every tooth, even the ones that have left and gone, that you've lost. And the way that to create change, and I'm sure you know this already, is to look at the possibilities. What else is possible here for me? What else is possible here for us, lovely body? Instead of writing down, I hate my yellow teeth or I hate my blah, 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 write down, wouldn't it be lovely to have healthy, strong teeth, plump, juicy gums? Write down what you would like to have rather than your hatred of what you've got or your uncomfortableness with what you've got. Everyone take a deep breath. There's a bit of energy on that one. There's another factor here. We live in a society where perfect, big, white teeth are the dream of everyone. It's the Hollywood smile. I call it the great white shark mouth. And it's obvious that these people have either had all of their teeth removed and replaced at some time or capped. And I don't know about you, but have you ever noticed if you watch old movie stars that have had that dental work done, the person's old and shrinking and 85, but their teeth are big and white and beautiful still. Whatever idealistic perfect pictures you have about your teeth and what you would like them to look like. Please note that as far as your body is concerned, your body doesn't judge whether your teeth are pearly white and perfect. Your body likes them to be functioning, healthy, and well so they can do their job. So please do not judge your body or your teeth. Okay, take a deep breath. Now, I'm just going to quickly, because the time is running out. Happy Mouth is not a replacement for going to the dentist. You still must go every 6 months. Have your teeth checked, cleaned. I look forward to it now. I'm going next week. I still get a little bit of plaque. We do have a process for getting rid of plaque. I still get a little bit building up, and she cleans that off for me and she gives them a polish. I don't get a fluoride thing on. I don't use fluoride at all. You still need to brush your teeth. Get the softest toothbrush that you can find. Not a baby one, but baby softness. And brush your teeth lovingly with care. I brush my gums softly and gently, lovingly, as if you were caring for the beloved, and you're the beloved, right? Hello, beautiful teeth. Hello, beautiful body. Let me take care of you. Brush, floss. You're not flossing after every meal. They've got those wonderful tiny little brushes now that you can go in between your teeth with. And this is all part of the care of your body. I will send all of you, we've got a wonderful list of things that you can start doing right now to change your gum health, your teeth health, your jaw health, even before you don't have to take a class. There's probably a million questions you all have. There are 2 ways to learn the Happy Mouth system. One, we've created a short 3-hour class. It's called Happy Mouth Basics. In that 3-hour class, it's a recording that I've made. You can watch it online. I teach you the clearings, the energy clearings, and the head points and how to run them on another person for gum disease and tooth decay, the 2 most important things. Because if you want to grow a new tooth, you're going to have to take care of the health of your mouth first. If there's any gum disease, you've got to get those gums healthy. If there's any tooth decay, and not just the physical aspects, but also the emotional aspects. We go into how tooth decay really isn't from eating too many lollies or sweeties and not cleaning your teeth. The underlying energy with tooth decay is resisting change and not willing to get uncomfortable, because change can be very uncomfortable. Decay is standing still and not changing. There's a little hint for you. So we do a lot of clearing on that. So that would be the basics class. So you can get those 2 important things sorted: gum disease, tooth decay. If you would like to learn the full system, which includes how to grow a new tooth, how to rebuild a tooth, bone density, a whole pile of other processes, that's a 3-day class. I've got one coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm live streaming it, so you can take it online. You'll need a partner to practice with. Oh, thank you, Priya. Priya's put the link in there. So you can start out easy peasy, running the processes on another person. Now, that is the way you learn the Happy Mouth system. You swap with someone. You get someone to do the points on, and they do your points. It takes about 15 minutes a day, every day for 21 days. You will get amazing change. Now, I've put a link here to the basics class. If you take the basics class, it's $270 US. We give you that back as credit if you decide to do a 3-day class later. Okay? So that's for you to know. I know I'm rushing. I know there's a lot more information, but I'd like to turn it over to questions. If anyone has a question they'd like to ask me, please unmute yourself and I'm here. Oh, come on. You must have a question, somebody.
Can I ask?
Hi, yeah.
Yeah. So actually, I have done that basic class with Priya from Bangalore,
Great. Yeah.
and my question is, I'm an Ayurveda doctor. I practice multiple healing modalities, and I don't have personally any teeth related issues actually, and with my interest only to help my patients, and I've taken basic class. But I feel my question is like, if we go for the 3-day body class, and is there a process this with the same system, like we have to do it for 21 days and with same time which we are doing with the basic class, so even the body process will be the same way, or because I'm not finding people to do swap with me. I know I can get it done by anybody, but I prefer if the practitioner, if I find, and I can do that. So I would like to know, my question is about the body process, whether it has the same system applies where we need to do it for 21 days and on the same time kind of thing.
Okay. Not all of the body processes in the 3-day class, because we have the point activations and we have hands-on body processes. Not all of them have to be done for 21 days. Some of them don't. Here's a big secret, guys, and I want you to, okay, I'll just tell you. We have found that in certain circumstances, some people require only one activation for the system to be fully activated. Some people are so open and able to receive, and they don't have any doubt, that they are able to receive the full activation in just one session. So I have to tell you that most people, however, get the most benefit if they have the activations run every day for 21 days. It's something about the body needing that repetitive energy. And here's the other thing that I found. There's something magical about committing to yourself. I will do this thing every day for 21 days. And at the end of it, you feel like you're king of the world. You just feel like you were a monk and you went to a monastery for, it's just this spiritual thing. So, but I have to tell you that it is possible to receive the activations just doing it once. And everyone likes to think, oh, well, that'll be me. I'll be the one. I'll just do it once. It's possible. And maybe it's even more possible now than when we started the 3-day class 8 years ago. So I'm just letting you know that. I would be dishonest if I didn't tell you that it is possible. But if you're unsure and if you have doubt is the biggest, and we have a big doubt process in the 3-day class. Doubt is like a rain cloud following you around and raining on your parade all the time. But some people don't have doubt. They just go, yep, I know this, I can do it, I'm going to do it. It's done. It takes about 2 years to grow a tooth, so you've got to be quite patient. It can take 6 months to repair a chipped or broken tooth. It took about 6 months for me to fill in my fillings, cavities that needed doing. And you must look at your diet, people. It's got to be a great, healthy diet where you minimize bread, pasta, rice. You take out a lot of grains and you put in vegetables and good quality protein, whether it's vegetarian or not, good quality protein. If you're menopausal, I do a lot of classes and courses with premenopausal, menopausal, postmenopausal women. You particularly have got to be looking at your, magnesium, calcium, all of your minerals to remineralize your body. Got to help your body as much as possible. So thank you for asking that question. That's excellent.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Come on, use me up while I'm here.
Yeah. Any other question, guys?
I can't hear. Is there someone asking? Yeah. Oh, she's talking, but I can't.
I think Sachin and Ruchika both are trying to talk. Can one of you talk? Like Sachin. Okay, Sachin, go ahead. We can't
Hello,
hear you,
can you
Sachin.
hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear
We
you.
can hear you now.
Hi.
Yeah. So, hi Shauna, I am Sachin here. I had this question. So, how these happy mouth related body processes, how they are different from what we learn as a part of access consciousness body processes? I don't know if it is out of scope for this talk.
No, I think it's a great question. They actually go together really well. I was an access consciousness certified facilitator and 3-day body class facilitator for quite a long while. And the two things don't cancel each other out. You just don't do them at the same time as each other. We always found that Gary Douglas was very supportive of Happy Mouth. He used to go to Dr. Tom as his dentist. Gary just was not interested specifically in the mouth, and that was Tom's speciality. So we've never been a part of access consciousness as such, but kind of like not an outgrowth, but similar in some ways. And we have our own clearing statement, by the way, in Happy Mouth. That's a good question. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question also.
Who is that? Henrika. Yeah.
Yes, I was wondering about that if I take the class, the basic class or the 3-day class, so do I need a partner for that? I mean, it's online.
It's online, and what we do is, like, Priya's going to run the class from her clinic in India, so people will actually go to the clinic and have massage tables and set up. If you're at home, I tell you a time each day, same time each day, that you will need a family member to come in for 30 minutes. You'll run their points, so you learn how to feel for the points on their head, and they will run your points. Even if they don't care about it and they're not interested in it, it's for you. And sometimes you have to bribe family members. Have you noticed that? You have to pay
Sorry?
them. Sometimes you have to promise, if it's a child, promise something nice if they will run your points. Or
Yeah, well, that's why I'm asking, because I don't have anybody here. I'm living alone, so then I have to arrange somebody. If yeah,
you will.
but you need somebody anyway.
Yeah, at some point
some
you're going to
point.
need somebody. Yeah, but I really like you to get your points activated during the class. Like, let's do one now, right? I've said you can't fully activate your systems on your own, but you certainly get a buzz from doing it. So there's a point. It's the master Happy Mouth point. Maybe I'll just show me. Hang on a minute. So where your ear attaches at your head, go 4 finger widths straight up. It's a bit hard for me to show you on the screen, but 4 finger widths, and then 1 finger width forward on either side, and you'll feel there's a little dimple or ditch where your pointer finger will go in, right? So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, and then forward a bit. And usually it's a little bit sensitive or ouchy. Ugh. And that's called the dental generative system. So we're just activating that. And what you do is you kind of massage it. It's not a light touch, but don't go too hard. I'm going in little circles. Dental generative system. So in Happy Mouth, we don't say dental, we say dental. And energetically, that harmonizes better for the body, dental. Initialize. Oh, activate, initialize, exponentialize the dental generative system. So you never run all of the happy mouth points in one session ever. It's not like bars. I have to tell you, Mum and I did that for 21 days, all of the points. It was horrible. It was so painful and so irritable, and so we got so angry and upset and awful. Because I thought, well, if you run 3 or 4 or 5 points in a session, it's got to be better if you run all 16, right? And when I told Dr. Tom about it, I said it was horrible, and he laughed and laughed and laughed at me. Why are you laughing? He said, because I told you not to do that. It's too much for the body, and the body will just stop receiving. So we had to do it again properly. Anyway, so usually you only run the points that are required for whatever's going on for the person, not all of the points in the whole system. Anyone else got a question?
So I have one more question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So how do we decide the body process to be given somebody, like they should have the dental problem, or like in general in my practice, can I advise body process to my patients just by my awareness, or they should have a dental problem? How do we decide that?
Well, this is not like using the awareness and asking the body what it needs. It's going to be really obvious, because they'll say, I've got really bad gum disease, or I've got an impacted tooth, or it's according to the physical, what's showing up physically. But you said an interesting thing, because you said you don't have any dental problems yourself.
Yeah.
It's not uncommon for people to take the class who don't have any dental problems. It's good to get your systems activated. And some of the other points I didn't mention are for more clarity, more awareness, more receiving. So it's a very spiritual, personal growth, opening up class. But also it's good for your bone density throughout your whole body. You can't just strengthen the bones in your jaw. Your whole body's system, skeleton, is going to be strengthened. All of your lymphatic system is going to be improved. The changes that you get from activating those head points don't solely relate to the mouth. They relate to all of the tissues, organs, systems in the body. So if someone's attracted to doing the class, they've got the awareness, they're pulled. Like if you were pulled here to listen to this, there must be something about it that's here for you, whether or not you take the class. And maybe it's to give you a glimpse of what's possible for our bodies. Because I get that this is just the beginning of what's going to be possible, or what is possible for our bodies in the future. Science is already a long way down the road of regrowing limbs, arms, legs, regrowing spinal cords and teeth. But we're looking at how can we do that naturally by supporting the body with what it was originally designed to do. So some of the processes we do are to do with the DNA in the body, which has been altered. I'll just say it's been altered so that we are not functioning as dynamically as we might. These are great questions. Thank you.
So do we have any process related to money reality? And, mostly people have that common problem in my clients. They're not receiving more money in their career and something like that. So if somebody doesn't have a teeth problem, can we advise any process for to change their money reality or something like that? Just,
yes.
I got this.
Yes. But it is going to change, because their awareness is going to open up to where they are sabotaging, blocking themselves receiving. You get more awareness of where, oh my goodness, I've always had this belief that life is going to be hard. Or I've always got this point of view like my father that I'll never be rich. Or so as your awareness expands, and it can be very uncomfortable, you realize, oh my God, I didn't realize I never thought I was good enough. The worthiness one is huge for most people. Either you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not beautiful enough, you're not conscious enough, I'm not spiritual enough. This is an awareness class. But if you're in pain and you've got tooth decay and stuff going on in your mouth, then that's the most important thing. But it has this wonderful side effect. Priya's asking how many more questions. I'm happy to talk as long as people would like. I'm fine.
So last question. So we can, give the body process to people who doesn't have the dental problem also.
Yes, but you
Right.
want to activate their systems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can decide body process like with the awareness, or after learning the class only we'll get to know how to practice the body class processes
I didn't
for
get
other people.
Yes, so the class operates on you with lots of clearings, and I've written a manual, so you've got like a practitioner's manual that everything you need to run processes on other people, but you've had the clearings run on you to assist you to get more clarity. There's nothing to stop you running those clearings on clients or friends or family. So
Right.
if you didn't run any clearings on anyone and you just ran their head points, activated the head points, they would eventually, it would take longer for their mouth to heal and processes to be working. But doing the energetic work speeds it up.
Right.
Right. Does that answer your question?
Somewhat you have answered, but my question was like, we can do body process for people who doesn't have a dental problem.
Yes.
And we can choose body process like how we do in access consciousness. By our awareness, we choose the body process, right?
It will be very obvious.
Can you help me to ask this question? I mean, if you get my question, what I'm asking.
The body processes in the 3-day class are very specific. There's a body process to repair broken teeth. There's a process to eliminate plaque. There's a process to get a new tooth to grow. So they're very specific. For what you are asking, I would suggest that you get the person's head points activated, and while you're activating them, talk about what's going on in their life so that they can start to get some clarity and let go of their points of view, which are not allowing them to be abundant.
Right. Okay.
And a big part of it is how much people trust and believe in you, because a little bit of belief is good, but when you put it together with someone who's got a lot of belief, it really expands exponentially. So it's not like you're the guru and you're going to heal them, but you're just being this space of, I know what's possible. I know what's possible for you, my friend. Let's work together. And it's like you get to expand their space of possibility. I'm getting a bit spooky-ooky here, but that's what's going on, really. You do not have to believe that it's 100% possible for this to work. All that is required is a belief in the possibility that it will work. And then you'll know whether this is for you. Your body will let you know. It might not be for you. It's okay.
Eva, you want to ask your question?
Yes, hi.
Hi.
I've jumped on a little bit later, and I'm not sure if you've already spoken about this, but could you speak about wisdom teeth? Like, what are they essentially?
Yeah, well, they're kind of like on the way out in an evolutionary sense, because there's a percentage of people in the population who are now being born without wisdom teeth. Well, they've always been people being born without wisdom teeth. They're unnecessary for most people because there's simply not room in the jaw for them. Maybe in caveman times or Neanderthal times or Cro-Magnon times, the jaw was big and could accommodate those big teeth. But for the majority of people, there's just not the room for them, sadly. Yeah, and they have to come out. But here's an interesting thing that's kind of a part of that. The proportion of children that need braces now, or even adults get braces, to straighten their teeth and realign their teeth, is much higher now than it was 40, 50, 60 years ago. When I went to school in the 60s, not many kids got braces. Now, that wasn't because they were too poor. It was because people's teeth weren't so malaligned or jumbled then. What causes teeth to be all jumbled up in the mouth is diet. A highly acid diet, the modern diet, especially in the developed countries, God, what am I saying? The USA, where the diet is atrocious, most Western countries, it's highly acid forming in the body, and it causes jumbled teeth. So if you are going to get braces, or your children are, to realign your teeth, change your diet to an alkaline diet and it will go really fast. If you want to have the happy mouth processes run, get braces and change your diet, it will really speed up. I mean, really, very good results. Many people who've had braces when they were teenagers find when in their mid-30s to 40s, their teeth are jumbling again. Diet has a lot to answer for with teeth. Okay, somebody else?
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, hi.
Okay. So maybe not related, but a few minutes back you said it will also help in other areas of the body. Let's say I have some older parents, and it might also help them with their knee pain or their spinal cord related stuff. Will that also work? Like if we use these points?
Use your awareness, and I think anything's possible because you're stimulating bone growth, lymphatic flow. There's a lot of things pathways being opened up in the body. And if you're supporting that with some subtle and gentle changes in diet and supplementation, changing your drinking water is one thing you can do. Changing the toothpaste that you use. I mean, don't use a fluoride toothpaste. Find a toothpaste that doesn't have glycerin in it. There are lots of, and that's all the information I will send you guys, but there are lots of subtle things that you can be doing to assist the body. The body's trying really hard. It's really good to support the body. Get a water filter. Don't drink tap water. Don't use a microwave. Hey, guys, these are, things that will help support the body. So I would say if you get an awareness to do this for your mum and dad, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Enrica, have you got another question?
Yeah, I would still ask about the basic class.
Yeah.
So you said that was it about that it takes 21 days to do the
In all of the Happy Mouth system, to activate
Yeah.
the head points in the basics class and in the 3-day class, it's recommended that you have your points run every day for 21 days.
Okay, and that has to be done by somebody else.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So all right. So basically, it doesn't help if I take the class alone and there is nobody to run the process.
Well, you've
Either I
learned
have
and
to,
then you've got to find someone.
yeah,
It's possible to take the class on your own, but I recommend you,
Yeah.
as soon as possible, find someone to practice on while it's still fresh.
yeah, okay.
You've got, with the basics class, it's a recording. You've got 90 days to watch the recording as many times as you like.
Okay, and then I can also share it with somebody else, of course, if they have to do it with me, like
Yeah,
if
bring
they
them
have to
over.
do the.
Yeah. Do that.
Okay.
The more people
And
that
how about Yep.
Sorry, go
How
ahead.
about the 3-day class then? You said there is only some times during the class when somebody else is required.
Yes.
Uh,
every day for about 30 minutes, and I will tell you the time. Say the class goes from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. At 3:30 p.m. every day, we are going to be doing, I'll be demonstrating the points, and everyone will be practicing, and then they'll swap partners.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Good. And it can be a different person every day. It doesn't have to be the same person every day for 21 days.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But would I know the time before, like when they are required?
Yes. If you're taking the
Okay.
class, I give you the time. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Yes. Yeah. Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you.
Good question.
I just wanted to say, if you are in Bangalore, you can join me at Joy Clinic. We will have massage beds, we'll have people here you can practice with. So all of us can be together here.
That would be fantastic. That's the best way to learn, I have to say. And Priya is one of our basics, Happy Mouth Basics facilitators. She's been working with the system for a long time. She's knowledgeable. That is the best way to learn. But, you know, the way the world is, online is the next best thing that we can do. Yeah. Okay.
So I have one more question. Like, I'm 35 right now, and my dad is 61. We both don't have wisdom tooth actually.
Yay.
Is it any? And I'm scared actually. I mean, I was just checking with him, like he doesn't have. I'm just to confirm on phone that he also don't have the wisdom tooth. And with is it possible, like after attending the class, with will that come or something? Because in our like, you know, in our culture, they says like when we become more mature, then only that comes like that.
Right.
So
No, thank God, no. And isn't that brilliant? No, your wisdom teeth will not grow back, or you will not suddenly grow wisdom teeth. The body has a wisdom without the wisdom teeth. The body is
okay.
smart. So my very best friend would not do the Happy Mouth class. She said, I have just spent a lot of money on getting crowns in my teeth, on my teeth, and making my teeth look wonderful. I'm not going to take some class that's going to make teeth push through and push out and change. And I was like, no, that's not what happens. The body is really smart. It has a wisdom. And actually, you point to where you want the tooth to grow. The practitioner points. No, you're not going to regrow your wisdom teeth.
So there is no problem, no, like we don't have the wisdom tooth. My dad also doesn't have so far. I mean, it's not required, right?
No, look, let me put it this way. You are the new version of the human. You're the upgrade. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Do we have anything else? Okay. All right. Well, there you've got some choices. You can learn more about this. You can take a class. You can jump in and take a big class. And I'll send you this little document. It's called For Faster Results. You learn how to use a Miswak stick on your teeth and gums, which is old wisdom. It's a bit of a willow tree that you can buy. Actually, I've got this one from India, and clean your teeth with it. Yeah, lots of things like that. A mouthwash you can use, which is really great. Lots of things that you could start doing right away to change the health of your mouth, teeth, and gums, and stop judging what you've got. And have gratitude that you've got however many of your own teeth. Have gratitude. If you've got implants or crowns or even root canals, Happy Mouth can only assist your body create more health and hang on to those and make them last longer. It's not going to destroy anything you've already got. Right? Okay. Thank you so much, Priya, for asking me to run this. This was just out of the blue. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shauna. And I'm hoping that those who could not join would get the recording and their questions would get answered too. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm going to have dinner now because it's 7 p.m. and then I'll download, and probably tomorrow morning the replay will go out unless I do it later tonight. But yes, and then you can always email me if you have more questions. So thank you. Lovely to see you all. Good night.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good evening.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Toodaloo. Bye.